Good morning. Here we have a candle, some tea, and Budisi. I just woke up and I thought, why don't we take the 16 personalities test? I've never taken this before, but it seems pretty interesting. Here it says, take our personality test and get a freakishly accurate description of who you are and why you do things the way you do. That's pretty interesting. That's hot. That right there is hot. All right, take the test. Fast and easy. Takes less than 12 minutes. Be yourself. Answer honestly, even if you don't like the answer. I will do that. I promise. Complete it all. Try not to leave any neutral answers. Okay? You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. I'm gonna go right here because, yes, I do, but at a certain point, I'm gonna have to pull back and be by myself because my social battery runs out a little bit. But I do like it for a certain amount of time. You often spend time exploring unrealistic yet intriguing ideas. I'm gonna agree fully on that. I wouldn't say that they're unrealistic, but usually when people say unrealistic, they're talking about, yes, yeah. Okay, I see how you could think that they're unrealistic, and I respect you for that. Your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary. Yeah. I'm gonna go here. But yeah, I'm not the type of person that's like,
at 9:30, we're gonna wake up and we're gonna go to the Taj Mahal, and then at 10, like,
that's not fun. You need to allow spontaneous things to happen, right? Yo, this room looks so sick right now. This frame, so dope. Anyway, you often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place. Actually, no. I don't usually dwell on, like, what I should have said. Usually I think about, like, what I'm gonna say next time. If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is... If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem. Get out of here. I absolutely try to solve their problem. I try to diagnose their issue. I try to therapize them. Sometimes I think I'm good at it. But also, it's because when I have an issue, I don't want somebody to, like, hug me. I mean, maybe sometimes. But usually I want answers. Like, if I go to my friend, I'm like, yo, this is going on, and I'm really sad about it. I don't want them to be like, oh, poor... I'm going to use you as an example. I don't want them to be like, oh, poor baby. I want them to, like, dig into their soul and their mind and help me. People can rarely upset you. People are the only thing that upsets me. Disagree. That was only 10% of the way. What are they talking about? It would take 15 minutes. No, but this is fun though. I kind of like this. I think every once in a while it's nice to do something like this to help understand more of, like, who you are. So I would definitely recommend this. But, you know, hang out with me for a little bit because the vibes are high in here and we're having fun. Right? Aren't we having fun? Buddha. Stop. He's having too much fun. Get out of here. Stop. You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going. I'm going to completely disagree with that. Usually it is me. If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get back on track as soon as possible. I often change plans, get distracted, and completely lose the plot of what I was trying to do before. I'm the worst, yeah. Yeah. You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met. No, I'm gonna be right here. Because with most people, it's just like whatever. If they have no importance in your life, then whatever. But a lot of people, there is an importance in your life. And the way that they see you matters. So I definitely do worry about that sometimes. Sometimes. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored. I would say I'm right here because although I can do a lot of things by myself, like I genuinely enjoy being by myself. Not for that amount of time. Like I need other people. I'm like I don't even know if I'm an extrovert or an introvert. I'm just a person because if I am by myself for too long, I need people. If I'm with people for too long, I need myself. Yo, my hair is so messed up, bro. I need a hat. Somebody grab me a hat. Whatever. You are more of a detailed-oriented... No. I'm not detail-oriented. But, like, give me an example, though. I actually don't think I'm completely not detail-oriented. You are very affectionate with people you care about. I'm gonna go right here. Honestly, I think if I didn't live in America, it sounds weird, but if I didn't live in America, I think I would be way more affectionate. Because not that many people are affectionate here. But we go back to South Africa, or you go to, like, anywhere else in the world. Everybody's hugging, what? What's going on there? But I'm naturally a very affectionate person, yes. You have a careful and methodical approach to life. I'm gonna be right there. I'm not careful at all, and I'm not methodical at all. I think I can be if I try to be, but in life, no way. I try to form a habit. You know what I'm supposed to be doing right now? Right now, as we speak, I was supposed to make my bed. I was supposed to meditate for 10 minutes. I was supposed to work out for half an hour. I was supposed to take a shower, and I was supposed to grab a coffee. You know what I did? I woke up, I rolled over, I put this on, and I came right here because I thought, I want to make a video right now. That's not what I'm supposed to be doing right now. But you know what? I don't care. I don't have a careful and methodical approach to life, and that's okay. You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago. No. I'm not bothered by mistakes that I made. That's not an emotion that I feel. No. At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action. No. That's not true. I'll be there. Because every once in a while, I have to separate myself. Like, I'll have to, like, go outside. Look up at the stars a little bit. But if I'm in the party, I will be wherever the action is. That's how it works. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. Like, that's actually an emotion that I feel. Which is ironic, because I said emotion, but I'm gonna be right here on this one. Because I think everybody lets their emotions guide them to a certain degree. Which, honestly, is kind of sad. Because emotions are like the wind. Look at the tree back there. That's all of us. Just moving around. Look at that. We don't know where we're going. Other things are dictating us, not us. That sucks. But that is what it's like that is what it's like for most people. And for me to an extent, but honestly I think to a lesser extent. I think there are a lot of people whose emotions are extremely all over the place. And they don't know where it's gonna be. And it's like a roller coaster. And I do find it difficult to relate to those kind of people. But any more than that is pretentious. So when looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalog. 100% agree. That happens. Yeah. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure. I don't know. Give me an example. I mean, I'll go right there. I think generally, I guess, kind of. But I get nervous. Definitely. Next. When in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. Yeah, but the issue with this question is usually if you don't know the people, you don't know what they're talking about. They're talking about something that they all know about. It pertains to them. How the hell am I supposed to jump in? Oh, yeah, I wasn't there. Oh my god, you guys talking about the high school that you went to? Yeah, I was across the country. Oh, you guys talking about football? Oh my god, I don't care. Like, what is that supposed to be? You know what I mean? It's hard. It's hard. But maybe if it's easier, yeah, I'll go right there, because if it's easy, I have no problem with that. So I'll go right there. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. I'm gonna agree 100%. I have the weirdest dreams. I have death dreams. I have like these dreams where I have this like goal, and it's like this long journey, and we meet people, and we like have these like tests. Like, what? In your opinion, it is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life. Okay. If we want to dive into a million philosophies, and we want to be forgiving to people who do this kind of thing, you can rationalize it, definitely, and make it seem like it's not that bad. Because if you're in the business world, everybody does this. And, you know, that kind of rationalization. But that's not how I was taught. That's not what Buddha would do. And that is not what Jesus would do. And so I'm going to be right here on the disagree side. The reason why I'm not there is because we live in America, so everything's okay. But no, that should be an obvious no. But even saying that, it's something that I know that I'm going to do. I'm probably going to face many points in my life where the downside is a very negative thing for me. But the upside would involve stepping on somebody else. So what's better? Screwing myself or screwing them? Probably screwing them. But that's just when life gets tricky. You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. I get sidetracked all the time. But if it's one of my serious goals, I get sidetracked much less. But in general, I think I do get sidetracked, so I'll go right there. I slightly agree. If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, or your knowledge. I don't know if I'm that fragile. I don't even know. I think that there have been many times where I've made a mistake, or I've screwed up, and then I started doubting myself. But also many times where I did, and it's like, whatever, it's just a mistake. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Yeah. You usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical. Completely disagree. I usually don't like when people talk about just like the weather and their plans for the day and like how they're doing. No, but it's, you know what I mean? It's like surface level. It's exciting when people drop the guard and they start talking about things that actually are important, I guess. You would never let yourself cry in front of others. If I'm a cry, I'm a cry. But if I'm in front of a huge group and I was afraid of judgment in my weak moment of crying, then maybe I would try to hold it back. But if I'm in front of anybody I know, I don't really care. You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to more quiet and intimate ones. I mean, like, people would probably say that based on my personality, I want to go in like a big city. And I do like big cities. But it's the same thing with parties. Yes, I like parties. However, I need some like alone time to recharge my social battery. You know what I mean? But I couldn't just not go to parties. And I couldn't just like live in the countryside. I need people. I need things happening. But I would feel claustrophobic if I stayed too long in a place that was too busy, I feel like. So I probably do feel more drawn in general, but I would need a quiet place. I would need a park. I would need something green, you know what I mean? You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future? Yeah. Anybody that I can have a conversation as theoretical and interesting as this, they're a friend of mine, and I like them. When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head. Yeah. You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience. If I have to dedicate my life to the study of something, then must I see, touch, or experience it? I don't know. It's a weird question. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than to forgive? Definitely not. Completely disagree. You often make decisions on a whim? Completely agree. The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. No. I like spending time with other people more. I'll go right there. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or the message of a song or movie. Absolutely. Absolutely. You always know exactly what you want. I think I could usually tell you what I want. You rarely think back on the choices you made and wonder what you could have done differently. Never. Get out. When in a public place, you usually stick to a quieter and less crowded area. Not necessarily. You tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. No. When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. These recent questions have been weird. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you always wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you? No. I try to impress them more, if anything. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Honestly, I'm young. I was a kid, yesterday. I haven't, done this that much. But, yeah, I guess. You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas and scenarios all the time. You look after yourself first and others come in second. I think that's the human condition, and that's something that we have to unlearn. But for the time being, yeah, that's how it is. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like at any given moment. I'm gonna completely agree because I literally told you that that's what happened today. Your mood can change very quickly. Not usually my mood is static. So I'll go, not really. You often contemplate the reason for you often talk about your own feelings and emotions. Yeah. You've got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. I have some plans. You rarely dwell on your regrets. I agree. I rarely dwell on my regrets. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained and in need of a getaway. Yes, not quickly. So I'll go there. You see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. Disagree. You find it easy to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never have. Yeah, kind of. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organized and consistent efforts. Yeah. Think about it. I literally didn't make a YouTube video for 3 months, but I made 4 YouTube videos in 5 days. I literally recorded them and then edited them every day, other than one day. And then I didn't make a video for 3 months. Whatever. Your emotions control you more than you control them. Some would disagree. I don't think they have a hold on me as much as one might think. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need. Not really. Not really. Maybe. You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancements could change everyday life. No, I'm not as big into tech. That's the thing, I'm not as big into tech. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. Never. That's one of the worst things about me. I don't often consider other people's feelings before I do something. I often just do things. You still honor the commitments you have made even if you have a change of heart. Unfortunately, usually I don't. You rarely feel insecure. Yeah, I rarely, but I still do sometimes, but honestly, I do rarely feel insecure. See results. Okay, this trait determines how we interact with our environment. I'm mostly extroverted, but somewhat introverted. Energy. This trait shows where we direct our mental energy. Okay, so, first of all, whoa, your personality type is a campaigner. Yo, that's kind of weird. Being a campaigner is one of the top jobs that come out of my major. political communication. You guys got me. Alright, so I'm mostly extroverted rather than introverted. My mental energy is mostly intuitive rather than observant. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. I feel more than I think. I guess so, yeah. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. Prospecting rather than judging. Yes. Identity. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. I am more assertive than turbulent. Turbulent is like crazy and like doesn't know what's going on, versus assertive knows what's going on. Okay. So I know what's going on. Did y'all really get that from what I said? All right. Whoa, they give me a lot. Oh my gosh. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for, and if you dare to dream of meeting your heart's longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for love, for dreams, for the adventure of being alive. The campaigner personality is a true free spirit. They are often the life of the party. But unlike types in the explorer role group, campaigners are less interested in the sheer excitement and pleasure of the moment than they are in enjoying the social and emotional connections they make with others. That's true. That's true of me. Charming, independent, energetic, and compassionate. I would say that those things are true about me as well. I'm not trying to stroke my ego here, because there are nice words that you could say that I would not say apply to me. But these are a couple nice words that I would say do apply to me. And it makes sense because I took a test. More than just sociable people pleasers, campaigners, like all their diplomat cousins, are shaped by the intuitive quality, allowing them to read between the lines with curiosity and energy. They tend to see life as a big complex puzzle where everything is connected. Campaigners see it through a prism of emotion, compassion, and mysticism, and they're always looking for deeper meaning. This is very true. Much more than stability and security, they crave creativity and freedom. This is like really true. This is like actually very true to me. I'm kind of mind blown right now. Many other types are likely to find these qualities irresistible, and if they've found a cause that sparks their imagination, campaigners will bring an energy that oftentimes thrusts them into the spotlight, held up by their peers as a leader and a guru. But this isn't always where independence-loving campaigners want to be. Worse still if they find themselves beset by the administrative tasks and routine maintenance that can accompany a leadership position. Okay, I'm always trying to think like, what job am I gonna have? And sometimes I'm like, well, since I'm going to politics, what if I want to run for some kind of office? But I always think like, I just don't want to be bogged down by like all that bureaucratic shit. And I don't know if everybody feels like that, because I feel like everybody should feel like that. But I also feel like there are a lot of people who would like that stability, and they would like that, you know, this is how it is, and I'm in a system. I don't like that at all. I don't mess with that. Campaigners are very emotional and sensitive, and when they step on someone's toes, they both feel it. Okay, I am vaguely sensitive. I will give you that. I am probably more emotional than the average dude. I will give you that. Campaigners you may know: Robert Downey Jr., Robin Williams, Tarantino. So a lot of artists, I guess. Russell Brand, Kelly Clarkson, Will Smith, Ellen keep scrolling. Michael Scott, Spider-Man, Phil Dunphy. I want to see my romantic relationships. Relationships are a chance to connect with another soul. Campaigners take their relationships seriously, and they are known for uninhibited and unshakable devotion to the people to whom they've committed their hearts. That's true. In the dating phase, if campaigners can be said to tolerate such a formal process to begin with, they will show, I am very informal with the way that I like move in a relationship. Long distance relationships are quite common among campaigners, as they view physical distance as just another idea, no match for concepts like love, Campaigners will willingly experiment with their partners, even early in a relationship, but they can also be oddly perfectionistic, yes, believing that these physical acts are a representation of their deeper love, and as such should not be performed carelessly. This perfectionism is also a reflection of their sensitivity, their desire not to disappoint, and campaigners appreciate a well-placed compliment. Yo, stop it. Cut the cameras. Damn. Not everyone can handle their excitement, occasional neediness, and emotional up and downs. I don't know if I'm with the emotional up and downs, but occasional neediness. Okay, I don't want to hear any more about that. Career paths. Can't I fly helicopters and be an oceanographer who writes songs and cooks? Right? It's a big world out there, perhaps a little too big. Campaigners are fascinated by new ideas, both in terms of development in fields they are already familiar with and when new subjects come along. Okay, chief in their talents is their people skills. Okay. Yeah, I think I have good people skills. Okay, so campaigner personality types are able to apply that same logic of thinking, whatever, like analytical thinking, to human interactions and networks, using their exceptional social perception to find out what makes people tick. All right, psychology, counseling, teaching, politics, diplomacy, and detective work. So yeah, I'm going into politics and diplomacy. That's good. Based on my personality type, I made the right decision. Conclusion. Few personality types are as creative and charismatic as campaigners. Known for their idealism and enthusiasm, campaigners are good at dealing with unexpected challenges and brightening the lives of those around them. Campaigners' imagination is invaluable in many areas, including their own personal growth. I am a campaigner. I am creative and charismatic. And I'm a good people's person. So, bang. That's what I'm like. But as fun as that was, I want to know what you guys are like. I want to know if anybody else is a campaigner or what the other ones even are. Commander, debater, campaigner, protagonist, mediator. Okay, these are kind of sick. Legitimately take the test, come back, comment. Let me know which one of these 16 personality types you guys are. My tea is freezing. Buddha and I would like to say goodbye to you, beautiful, beautiful souls. Go forth and prosper. Do not worry. Do not be anxious. Life will worry about itself. Love yourself, love others, and have fun. I love you.